Hey everybody, we're running a little late, but we are here. Hope everybody is doing okay. Welcome to tonight's session of Let's Talk Autism with Autism and Us. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And I'm Linda. I'm the other admin. Happy Sunday.
And if you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism sessions, I'm going to have to get my granddaughter to turn this TV down. If you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism session, this is open discussion. So anything autism goes, just throw it in the chat. Linda and I are parents, just like most of you with loved ones on the spectrum. If you see a question in the chat area that you can chime in and help out with, feel free. At the end of the session, we invite some of the parents on to say hello or some last words. And you guys, excuse me for a minute. I'm going to mute myself because I have to holler to my granddaughter. 1 second.
So how is everybody today? Hey, Annette. Hey, Steve. Hey, Tracy, Nakia, Rachel. Hey, Goddess Mother, Arisha. Hey, Jess and Rachel. Hey, Kate.
Hey, everybody. So I had to holler down to my granddaughter because she had that TV on high blast. Let me see. Let me share. Okay, I'm going to share. Give me a second, everybody. So once again, if you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism, these are open discussion sessions. Anything autism goes, feel free to share this live in other places. Let me see, I'm just sharing here. All right. Let's see, discussions. All right. Okay. There we go. Hey, everybody. Kate, Annette. Hey, RS. Tracy, Nakia, Rachel, Goddess Mother. Hello, Jess. Lorienda. Hello.
Hey, Lorienda.
Teresa, Brenda, Rachel. What's going on with everybody this evening? Anything exciting happen? I know the weather is cold here. We got a little bit of snow, and it was terrible coming home from work earlier today.
Is it snow or is it sleet or it's a snowstorm?
No, we had a little light snow with ice underneath, so makes the driving terrible.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I think it was 3 days ago. I saw there was snow. There was a news story from 3 days ago about that 5 month, the 18-month-old and the 5-year-old. But it was yeah, that was sad. Yeah. It was 3 days ago, and there was a lot of snow outside. Yeah, that was sad.
Too much that day. Wasn't too much that day.
Yeah, and I think because I think it happened I think the incident happened before that, but one story that I seen, I guess was a follow-up or something like that, was 3 days ago. But I don't know. In the picture, there was snow, but.
Okay, yeah, because we just this was the best of it right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Did that happen in Detroit or was it outside of Detroit? It
Yeah,
happened
I think it was on the east side though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was really sad, tragic.
Yeah, they were cousins.
Mhm.
The two little kids.
So Goddess says, "Hey, I finally got things moving for her IEE. Berkeley Unified School District had no choice. Go ahead, Mama. They thought they were going to sideline me. That's right. That's right. Awesome." She says, "Special education attorneys rock." All right. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad things are moving along for you guys. Team Autism. Hey, Jeree. I just shared this site with a friend of mine who has 2 boys who has autism. Awesome. How you doing, Teresa? And there is Mr. Charles. Hey, Mr. Charles.
Hey, Charles.
And there's Pammy. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Good, Teresa. Awesome.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know the school district called me a couple, I think, what's today? Sunday. Oh my goodness. So they called me Friday.
Oh, yeah.
They called me Friday. You know, when you work like that, days just come together.
Yep.
They called Friday and they wanted to know about the question was, would you rather have virtual school or, face to face? I said I would rather have face to face, but right now we're sticking with virtual just until they get things together, because he really does need to go back to school, but I'm still kind of leery, and I know he misses it. He misses the routine and everything. But I'm kind of leery, and I'm thinking we'll just let the school year go, and then we'll start off fresh. Hopefully all of this pandemic will be over with by next school year, hopefully.
That's exactly what we're thinking too, or hoping too. Yeah, I think this year is kind of because then we don't know, even if they get the vaccine, how safe is it? Not safe, but how effective is it?
Right.
And so there's a lot of I don't know, I need a good solid time. Not the first time they say, "Oh, everything's okay." No, I need some time after that to sit back and still watch and see if things are okay.
See if everything is okay.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's one thing to hear it, but then another thing to see it being okay. Hey, Lorienda, how is Brandon? And Pam, how is Ralph? And Charles, how are you and Cindy?
Hi, Ridgeway Walker. Asperger's. Oh, we got one here. Let's see. I wonder why they make this so. I thought they were taking down
Periscope. I think it's March.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's March. Yeah, I think it is.
March. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I gotta go dig through that. So Cindy and I are awesome. Awesome, Mr. Charles.
Good. That's good to hear. Staying healthy, I hope.
How's the weather out there, Mr. Charles? Do y'all get snow? or do you have any snow? Hey, Sonia. Queen cut all her hair off. Oh my goodness. How's everyone?
Oh
She
my
cut
goodness.
all. Are you serious? She cut it all off?
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh, Queen. Lorienda says Brandon is doing much better. Linda, thanks for asking. The doctor thinks he has Tourette's, but not the
Really?
vulgar language, just behavior part, jerking. Okay. Yeah, I thought DeAndre for a minute, and I actually do think it was that medication also, the stimulant, because he would um, do the jerking with his shoulders. But after we switched the medicines, now I don't see that or the other thing that we were worried about. But
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, that went. Well,
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's okay.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
But it is good to hear he's doing better, though. Glad to hear that.
Snowing in the UK. Okay. I'm glad Ralphie is doing better. Yeah. Ralphie. Oh, wow, Sonia.
Oh, my goodness.
Queen.
For a few centimeters of snow on Tuesday, maybe more on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm hoping we don't get any more. Is he still sneaking ordering stuff online? DeAndre told today, before his dad got here, he was on the sofa with his iPad, and he kept saying Walmart. I couldn't understand him. I couldn't catch the Walmart part, but his sister was like, he's saying Walmart. So I said, what do you want for Walmart? So luckily he has his own iPad because I don't have nothing saved there. So he's looking for yet another microphone.
I was going to say that too.
Dad. He wants his dad. I don't know if he told his dad already, but he was hollering about he wants to go to Walmart to get that microphone.
Oh my goodness. Well, I cannot find the watch party.
I was listening to this ticking sound as the baby swing still going. I'm like, where's DeAndre is something else, Lorienda. The more, he's gonna have a collection of them. Even his BT, she brought him a new one just for their sessions. So she keeps the one she brings, in her bag, but he knows she has it, so he always microphone. Mm-hmm. So how's Emily? What's going on?
Oh my goodness. She has not been sleeping. She will go to bed really, really late. And last night, normally it's okay because she'll stay in bed. She used to, up until maybe a year or two, she used to say from her bed she had to go potty. So, we tell her, okay, get up, go potty, But most of the time she stays in bed. She'll walk to the bathroom, but you hear her. But the night before last, she came downstairs. And I don't know what she was doing, but I had these 4 glass cylinder, like base things on the counter because I was switching them out, the decord, but I had washed them and I put them on the counter. Well, the next morning we came downstairs and one was shattered across the granite counter, because the granite's hard, right?
Right.
So it shattered across there. So I asked her, I said, "Hey, Emily, did you break a glass last night?" First she said, "Yeah, no. But she never answers no, because even if she didn't understand it, she'll always say, "Yeah, yes, yes." But I knew she understood it, because she was like, "Oh wait, I'm gonna say no," because
Oh,
because she understood what I was saying. So she said
right.
no, and then so we went back, and the camera in the kitchen faces the other way towards the door, but I found one in the living room, and I said, "You know what?" And then I caught her. I could see her coming down the stairs, even though you can't see in the kitchen. And then soon enough, I see her walk in the kitchen, and then I hear a crash. So I was like, "Yeah, she did in the middle of the night." But I commended her not touching the glass and leaving it there, because she would have, yeah, it would have been bad how she tried to clean it up. Yeah, so it worked out good, but she's not sleeping well.
Oh, poor
So
baby.
last night I was like, "When are we going to sleep?"
Goddess says Miss Orisha cut her hair too. Orisha, did I say that right? She kept asking for a mohawk, and I said no. She got mad and tried to do it herself. I was horrified.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
our babies are something else, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
She wanted what she wanted when she wanted it.
Exactly.
Mr. Charles said it's probably a good thing that modern technology didn't exist when I was growing up. You had to go to the store to buy things, and you had to have money. Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now they can press of the button, push of the button.
Yep. It's almost, I was thinking how much more I buy because I can buy online without leaving the house.
Right. Because it takes effort, and you know, you have to push yourself out the house to actually
Yeah.
get it. But
Yeah.
with the telephone and a computer and your finger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I for a while thought impulse buying was less, but I think it's more, because anytime anything pops into your mind, Amazon. You go to Amazon, you look for it, you price it out, it's on the way. But yeah, it's although my groceries are better, I do less impulse on there, because I can see the price the whole time, and I can see my cart the whole time. So my grocery shopping is better. It's just everything else. Yeah, I can't get this watch party going.
I was about to how Emily. Oh yeah, Miss
Yeah,
Emily.
just
So
a wait.
I while I have you two here, you know, I'm just getting situated with my laptop. So I owe Brandon and Emily something special.
Oh,
So give me time. You know, I'm working and I'm tired, and I can't think half the time. But it's coming. I got you. I got you. I got both of you. Um, I have two special needs groups on Facebook. I shared the live. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. I have another support special needs group at my local YMCA. I had to postpone because of COVID. Yeah, it's sad. A lot of things getting postponed. It's sad. I can't wait till this COVID thing is over with. I tried giving myself a haircut once when I was 12. Then I told other kids that my sister did it. You weren't going to take the blame for that, huh?
I know, right?
She would never see my card number or the right. That's why I'm glad DeAndre has his own, and I keep my phone locked. So, no, it's okay. So thank you, Nita. You're welcome. Y'all know my mind it's lopsided sometimes. So I be tired, but I swear to God, I have not forgotten any of you. I got you. But the Amazon is, oh Lord, here we go. Mr. Charles, why would you go there to buy things when you can go to the store down the street? Absolutely. Absolutely. Spectrum children seem to be very precise and very. Mm-hmm. When they have their mind set on something, it's there.
Yep.
Oh, Okay. Now I did mention this in one of the lives, Lorienda, because you know how things went. So I do apologize. I didn't do the calendar for this year, and with the computer going down and everything. So I am gonna do something special for everybody. I don't know whether we can do some cards maybe for Autism Awareness Month, with our babies' pictures on it, but something in place of the calendar. But I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something.
And I had an idea about that too. Remind me, Anita.
Okay.
I've been meaning to, my mind is like your mind. for real. Mine does. So what is everybody's kids' interest? So it says spectrum children seem to be very precise in what they want. What is everybody's kids into?
Hey, Kenyana. Daniel wanted purple and blue hair, so he got, awesome. Go ahead, Daniel.
One side purple, one side blue.
One side purple and one side blue. All right. Very creative. It's okay, Mom. No, the COVID is really, yes, it really has. But things are gonna look up. They're looking up.
Well, just know that we are not thinking, oh my goodness, Nita, what are you?
Right.
No, it's you're going above and beyond already.
SpongeBob. Oh yeah, we know Brandon loves SpongeBob. His pajamas.
And Ralph loves his music. I think it's
and Woody. And Woody.
Yeah, and Woody.
Yeah. Monster Trucks and Blippy toys. Jess says Monster Trucks and Blippy. Okay. Yeah.
And Emily is books right now. I think hers is books.
And Catherine says Paw Patrol, but I switch mine maybe once a month or so. I absolutely love Paw Patrol, but right now it's seeming to change to Mickey Mouse Club House Adventures. Oh, Mickey Mouse. I haven't seen Mickey Mouse in so long. All right, Kate. And
Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers, okay.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory book. She carries that around all the time. Like
really?
if a kid carries around a teddy bear, that's and I even bought her this nice bigger one, and it's a photo book, but she still carries around the novel.
Yes, both of you go work full time. I care too, not question. Oh, thank you, Lo. We appreciate you, definitely.
Lorienda. And we know Lorienda is working there right with us.
Right. Teresa says my son is into Ninja Turtles, Hot Wheel cars, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, Nerf stuffed animals, and his cartoons. Okay. Goddess says she loves math videos, but when it comes to applying the abstract concept, it's a challenge for her. But math videos all day long. Okay. Awesome. Well, you guys know DeAndre, cars, anything racing noise, microphones,
numbers.
Numbers. And now he's into this. He want to play different instruments.
I promise you, he would be in a band if he had a choice. He would. I don't even know if it'd be a band. He'd be like, how Lenny Kravitz plays his guitar and he sings. He would be like his own. He would be a one-man band.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for a second, and I'll be right back.
Okay, so Charles says, now you just remind me of the time when my late first wife, Judy, bought our daughter a purple outfit. When Judy's grandmother came over and saw Dorothy wearing it, she asked her, why did you buy her purple? And why did you buy her purple? Don't you know I hate purple? Wait, Judy's grandmother. Oh, was she offended by that? Yes, working crazy. Lorienda says, yes, working crazy hours at work and dealing with Brandon situations. Yes. Because when you think about it, Lorienda, too, being a mom and running a house is a whole big thing anyways. But then I'm not minimizing anything anybody else does. But yeah, but also a full-time job is a lot. And then you have special needs child, and then running this group is a whole lot of work. So there's a whole lot going on with quite a few of us as far as time and how much time we have to spread across all those things. Not to say we're the most stressed or anything, because everybody has their situations, but yeah, it definitely takes a lot of hours. Full-time job alone. In April, a motorcycle club does a bike run for autism. I met them in August at Hero Rewards Biker Benefit. Oh, nice. What state? Oh, are they one of the ones that go across states, or are they in where do they start? Goddess Mother of Orisha says earplugs, girl. Right? Sometimes the videos they watch just repetitive, or oh my goodness. And it can get to you, every single part, with how the kid is going to react during the time. So yeah, it does get tiresome for us. I can say though, with some things, listening and stuff, I pick up a lot, but then after a while, yeah, it does get really repetitive. Green Intellect One says, I grew up watching Mr. Bean. I could infer his intent by his actions and not by his speech. And I can't remember, does Mr. Bean have sound, or is it just on music?
What is Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean, he had a little European looking car. He had brown hair. He was like a comedian. He was like, I forgot what they call that, slapstick kind of comedy, but it was kind of like it'd be like movies, and it'd be kind of moving a little bit faster pace. But I can't remember if he voiced anything on there or if it was all just movement and sound. It was funny though.
Okay, I never heard
I
of
think
this.
it's from England. Judy's grandmother was. What was that?
Mr. Bean. I've never heard of Mr. Bean.
Yeah, and I think he has a mole. He's a little guy. He's not too big. Judy's grandmother was a bit of a busybody. I spend 10 hours per week driving them to school and back. Oh my goodness.
Wow, 10 hours a week. Wow.
Yeah.
Is school far from you?
Says you could figure out how to act accordingly in social situation by learning from his mistakes. Yes, it was kind of like cartoon. It's funny, but
Older? Is it
it's
older?
silly. Yeah, like I want to say I probably seen it. Maybe I was probably at least a teenager, maybe a little bit younger, but yeah. And then in my 20s, then my kids would see it. Yeah. So, but I thought he died recently. But I think it's
Bean
from England, and he had movies too. There were movies a couple years back that were in the theaters. He didn't speak very much. Yeah, I didn't think, because I want to say I hear music most of it. DeAndre would be like Eddie Murphy, how he plays all different characters in his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was reading about that. They said Dan Aykroyd, how he came from Saturday Night Live, he's supposed to have autism, and it said Daryl Hannah too. But they play different characters so well because they're playing characters. It's something they see, and then they can mimic, the change, and I'm going to be like this here, I'm going to be like this here, and it's real simple for their mind to grasp.
It's natural for them, right?
Yeah. So it's like they're very well when they do it. Yeah. But the different characters, yeah. Switching is, because, Dan Aykroyd's played so many different types of characters. They're from either Evansville or Jeffersonville. They ride to Cordy Don Lady. A lady said I could take my child to get a picture taken by the motorcycles. Is this in, what, I wonder what state that is. Do you recognize those, Nita?
Jeffersonville, no. Evansville, no. No.
And yeah, Rowan Atkins. I forgot what that was in reference to. Right, Linda DeAndre would be his own one-man band. Yes.
Right.
And you can tell he's an entertainer too. And you know, they don't have that. That's what I was reading too. They don't have that self-perception where they feel nervous or embarrassed or how do I look, this kind of thing.
They just
do it. And you see most performers that don't care what people think are the best performers.
Mm-hmm. I see that, RS. Yeah, you're right. I definitely need to brush up.
Okay, so it is British. Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know how I know it because I can't hear him talking, but
I think
I know the little
British TV I've ever seen was Benny Hill. So
see, yeah, and it's kind of like that. How you just hear the music. Remember, you would hear music. And that's what Mr. Bean is like. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. But yeah, and I can't. My daughter knows me. If it's a British movie, I'm already lost. Because the accents and everything. What did he say? And it's hard for me to like start to get into the story.
Yeah.
I've heard of Mr. Bean. There's some really good movies I have seen though. That were British. I have heard of Mr. Bean Says Teresa, and then it was from the 90s, not the cartoon. Rowan. Is that his real name? Mr. Bean is Rowan Atkinson, I think. I think that's what Mother of Orisha was saying too.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not a cartoon. It just makes me think of a cartoon, how silly it was, and then you see the outcome, kind of like how Roadrunner and Coyote and something, you know. But it was silly. It was like he would do things, and
I may have to check it out because I know they have something on YouTube.
Yeah, and it was, if you like Benny Hill, it's not as grown up as Benny Hill, but no, it was. I don't even know why Benny Hill was on TV. Especially like it was on TV during like the kids' prime time hours. I mean, like you could at that time, but it was on. Oh, then Steve says the British TV, and then Kenyana says it's 14 miles, but when I drop him off, I go to work, which is 14 more miles. Then I pick him up 14 miles, and the trip home is 14 miles. I drove over 260 miles per week, trying to find a job closer to a school. Oh my God!
Wow, that's a ways.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. How the hours of the day just go by so quick because you have so many things to do, and she's spending 10 hours driving a week. And then she's got to go home and be mom.
Right.
And then she goes to work, you know.
Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
I don't know what that is in reference to.
Oh,
and then,
Indiana.
Yeah.
What she saying? Indiana? Is she saying Indiana like Jess? Jess says Indiana. For the Villes, was it Jeffersonville? You were asking.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, Indiana. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah, it is Indiana. And then Angela. Oh, baby. Angela Blackmore says he doesn't talk. Yeah, I didn't think so because I don't think I could. I think I knew it was British because some of the things you see, and I think the steering wheel is on the other side of his little car.
Okay.
Indiana. And then Mr. Bean played by Rowan Atkins. Okay, yeah. And if I remember correctly, I think he died, but
there's Dannon. Dannon, looking for you. Were you ever able to get a sample shirt? I am actually ready to place the order for our first batch. So I just wanted to see if you had a sample shirt so we can get this thing rolling.
And I think he was part of Monty Python. Then Lorianda says, "Oh, look at the precious baby boy." I had to say it the way she was going to say it because I knew that's how she was saying it.
Yeah, you can't help but talk. Oh, did you go get a boo boo? Yeah. Mr. Bean around it. Okay. Okay. Hi, Doreen.
Okay, no, he didn't die. I don't know why. Maybe someone died and I thought it was Mr. Bean, but it wasn't. I remember a conversation too when it was, but I guess it wasn't him. But that's good. Yeah, Ike, a sketch show. Like a sketch show. Yeah, it is like that. It's just like Benny Hill, like that. With the music over it and everything too. And yeah, you watch what he's doing and there's no dialogue. You just see him, what he's doing.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out one of these days. Yeah.
She said, LOL, you were on point, Linda. That's exactly how I would have said it. I know I couldn't be like, oh, look at the pretty little baby boy.
Yeah, he just opens his eyes and let's see if
he's long, huh?
well, he's still little. Still a
Yeah,
little
no,
bit.
he's little, but he's like his arms and his legs are long. Oh, but no, he's tiny.
Oh,
he's so cute.
He's about to make some noise. Say, I'm about to make some noise. Get that in. I had to get my because after here I'm gonna get in the bed. So I get my nighttime cuddles.
Oh, he fell back asleep. Oh.
Hi, this is my first time.
Oh, sorry. Where was that?
Right after that one.
Oh,
right after. Hi, welcome, Doreen.
Welcome.
This is an open discussion session where anything autism goes. And we're just here to socialize, get to know one another. If you have a question or you see something in the chat area you can help out with, feel free to chime in. And welcome. Thank you, Doreen.
Catherine says, oh, hi, baby.
Yes, my baby. This is me, my baby. Just a me, my baby.
Say his name, Nita. How do you say his name?
Kari.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I thought. But I was like, as soon as I say it,
hi, Kari. There he goes.
Oh, hi, Kari.
Let's see who's talking now.
Hi. Aw. He's so cute. He seems so quiet.
No, his mouth.
He's loud. He's got a big voice.
Honey. Oh, honey. Especially when it's time to eat. He like, give it here now. Thank you.
Boy. I was watching. Oh, I'm watching from Ghana. Miguel's watching from Ghana.
Welcome.
Welcome and hi. And Doreen says I'm in the UK. Welcome.
That is so awesome. We got people from all over the world. Mm-hmm. That is
and it's awesome. Late too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's late, I think, in the UK or extremely early.
Okay.
And then I think it's tomorrow sometime in Ghana. Lorian, this says me too. Cutie pie. Goddess mother of Orisha says, I'm in the preteen zone with Orisha and it's tough. She's crying a lot and being kind of mean sometimes. How old is she? Is she 9, 10? I don't know why I was, yeah. I guess that is the right age, that it's about. It's so cute. And he will grow so fast. Yes. And yep, I did, but I need to find it.
But okay, sure. Please show us as soon as you find it so we can get this show on the road. For those of you who don't know, Dannon is going to be our shirt vendor. So once we get that first shirt up, when he can find it, then we're going to get our shirts together because a few people have been asking for shirts and we'll have them up for sale soon. Soon. Oh, she's 11.
Yeah, she's 11. Yeah. Oh, those are, yeah.
Thank you, Teresa.
Woo. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were some I don't
Mhm.
know if boys and girls go through it the same, but I do know those were some emotional crying years. Oh my goodness. From about 9 to 12. Just a year older than Cindy's granddaughters.
Okay.
Oh, you missed this one. Teresa said, "What a cutie pie too." A whole bunch of people. There was a whole bunch of
Thank
comments. I
you,
couldn't hear first.
everyone. Thank you. I have a grandson who is 10 today, who is autistic but so well mannered, but he has started stimming. Well, happy birthday to your grandson. And it's okay if he stims as long as he's not hurting himself. Are you concerned about him hurting himself?
And remember, as long as the stim is safe, it's his way of coping with his anxiety or his stress or nervousness. That Lorianda said, "Yay, Dannon! Congratulations." And Kenyana says that's the silver lining when dealing with developmental disabilities. Daniel is 7, but he's like 4.5 developmentally, and so he's going to stay young a lot longer than his peers.
Yeah, that's DeAndre. DeAndre
And
is 14, but he has the maybe like a 5-year-old. I think his last evaluation, he moved up a year because he was at 4-year-old. So now I think they put him up to a 5-year-old. So yeah.
I don't think they ever really give Emily. I've seen ages on certain things, but not across the board. Like some things I've seen 7, but other things I've seen very low, maybe 18 months to 2 years old. And I think that was like emotional, something emotional. Can't remember what it was, but it was like emotional communication or something. I forgot what it was, but it was varying. Yeah. Because when I first started to see those, it kind of killed me. Like, like it was the shocker to hear the ages. Yes, I wanted a shirt for the longest.
Yeah, we're gonna get them together. Someone as Dannon gets that example. Says, did we pick a surround? What do you mean? Surround? If so, what color surround? You know what he means, Linda?
He could be talking about the surround, which is right behind the logo. So, like, say, I think that's what he might be talking about.
Transparency, like I don't want the white in the background. If it goes color, if that's what you're talking, if
I think it is
colored shirt, I want it to be like transparent, to match into the color. I don't want that
where it'll match into the shirt.
Yeah, I don't want that white patch because that won't look.
Yeah.
If that's
I think because when you guys were texting, I think it was something to that you guys were talking about.
Yeah, if you can do that, let me know. I'd rather have them, transparent if they can come out good like that, and let us know.
Yes, Jess. I think she said today who is 10. Oh, I don't know. Is it his birthday today? She said he's 10 today.
Who is that?
But is he 10 today? Did he turn 10 today or is he 10 today?
Who was that?
Doreen said that. She's the one in the UK.
Okay.
I actually like when my Brandon stims. Yeah, when Emily does it too, I do know that she's better when she does. I don't have to worry as much because she's taking care of whatever needs to be taken care of. So I don't stress over it.
Right, I don't either, because a lot of times when I notice DeAndre does the things with his hands when he's real excited, or he's anxious or upset. He'll do it when he's upset about something. He'll start stemming really, really bad. But
Yeah.
Yeah, let him go through it. Long as he's not hurting himself, and he has never, it's never been to a point where, he'll hurt himself. Just let him go through
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah. I think we probably, all three of us at least, have probably gotten so used to it where it's just something that they do and that's how we can tell. It's like as if they said something to us, but you have to read body language with our kids because they don't speak as much. Brandon does, but I don't know how much he conveys emotionally and how he feels. But it's just another thing like, oh, they must be feeling this way or they must be feeling that way. It just seems like just a way of expression to me that I'm so used to now. Lorianne says, I know he's happy. Yeah, I noticed that too. Emily usually doesn't when she's watching TV. She gets so anxious now when she watches movies because she's watching older movies now, like Goonies. She was watching Goonies and she was up and she was rocking and she was like, and she was just like, it was like, it was so, because it wasn't just a cartoon. Yeah, it was exciting. Yeah, so it's neat to see her get into it because then I can see how she's feeling. Catherine says, I stem when I'm tired or anxious, but I just say random things. Emily will do the talking on random things and TV talk until she falls asleep.
Okay.
Goddess Mother Arisha says 12 this year. I wish her cycle would start. She's driving me out of my mind. The great thing about living in California is 420.
Relax. Yeah.
But yeah, once it does come on, it does, because at least she'll have that break in between. It'll be here and there, and then too, you always have the option. We had to eventually deal with hormones, birth control, to control other things, but it's balanced. That's one thing. After you get past that part, it does balance out some, where you can kind of gauge it. I'm tired towards the end. Doreen says, just the thought of why he does it. What is the best way to control it?
What is his stem? What is
what is his stem? Yeah. If she's asking why he does it, they normally do it after a while. You can kind of gauge when it happens. So you start taking note, even if you have to write it down. Take note when you see him stem and write the environment. What's going on? Was it hot? Was it cold? Was it noise? Were there a lot of people? Were there no people? Was it something on TV? Was there a sound? Was there music? Then you can start pinning it down. And then it, like I said, it just becomes another way of his expressing how he's feeling to you. Like you'll know, oh, he does this when he's nervous. He does this when he's stressed. Teresa says, I also live in California. Oh, nice. What part of California do you live in?
Remember, guys, we have a Cali group for northern, right?
Yeah, Northern California. Yeah, it's Northern California. Yeah. I forgot because it went all the way to Modesto, San Francisco. Yeah, Northern California. Okay. NorCal, yeah.
NorCal. So those groups are slowly building our local groups. But if you are in NorCal, Northern California area, we do have an Autism and Us group just for that area. If you are in a Detroit metro area, we do also have Autism and Us Detroit group. So make sure you join that. Slowly growing, but we'll get there sooner enough. We'll span out to other locals as we grow. These are our test locals.
Yeah. Oh, so we'll be able to do things once COVID is done. We'll be able to plan a few things. Teresa, she lives in Modesto. Oh, okay, that's where I said it goes out that way to Modesto.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yeah, what is his stem though? Just the thought of why. What do you mean? Does he do it when he's angry or sad or anxious, or what do you mean? The thought of why he does it.
Yeah, that's
do it when they're excited or anxious, tired,
nervous,
nervous about something.
Yeah. Emily will sometimes do it when she's just thinking, and I know what she's thinking of because she starts to do cartoon talk, and she'll squint her eyes and she may start rocking. That might be the only thing that's different that's going on, is her talking about whatever, the TV talk, and then she'll start rocking, and I know that's what's she's probably replaying the video in her head, and that's what she's stimming over. Jess says, she asked what's stimming. Stimming is when you see like DeAndre does this, he rings his hands. I think I've seen DeAndre kind of, is that one of his stims where he bounces or jumps, or is that more of his energy?
That's energy, both. I call it.
Yeah,
both.
okay. Yeah, because I see when he's excited,
he'll do that jumping.
Yeah, that's when I seen it. Like if he was, when you showed a couple of his going into a meltdown, he was jumping. Emily will rock back and forth. She'll squint her eyes. She may do TV talk or repeat a certain phrase over again. That's stimming. Anything that they do to regulate themselves. And physiologically, it brings our heart rate back down. So their heart rate starts to go up with anxiety or stress. And then when they start to stim, their heart rate comes back down. They did a study on that. That was neat. I read about 2 months ago.
Yeah. So it's repetitive. It's repetitive movements.
It's like us tapping our feet or tapping our fingers. It's like a repetitive thing. Most of the time we may not know we're doing it, but it's for the same purpose. Their stims might just be more noticeable, larger, or more inconvenient places or times. Kenyana says, Daniel stims most of the day. I just leave him alone. When he does it in public, I don't stop him then either. If people stare, I stare back, right? That's what I say. If they're not hurting someone or themselves, and they have their space to do what they're doing, it's their way that they cope. And it could turn really bad if you prevent them from doing it because they're not controlling those emotions. There's certain stims for certain emotions. The trick is to know which one. Yeah, I think Emily has the, there's some that go across the board. There's one she does only when she watches TV. She'll rock on her, from one foot. She'll put one foot in the front, one foot in the back, and she'll rock back and forth. That's only during TV.
That's her TV stim.
She did it since she was little too. What are you doing? Are you okay? See, now she just keeps doing shh. I'm just telling her to be quiet. I don't know. She keeps walking around doing that.
Frozen over here. I can't hear or see. Okay.
Brandon told me the other day I was talking to my sleep. LOL. He said I was just talking to someone. Y'all be tired. That's when it happens when you're so tired. That's the time you drool or you talk in your sleep or you have like a nightmare and you don't know if you're awake or not because your brain is just so overdone.
Okay, everybody. I put the link in. If you'd like to join us in the StreamYard, just click on the link and come on in for our last few minutes to say hello or some last words.
You're welcome, Doreen.
You're so welcome.
Oops.
You want your mommy? Say, mommy. Say, come get me, mommy. Come get me, mommy. I just love to smell them. Baby.
The baby smell. They need that instead of baby powder. They need the baby smell air freshener for the car to hang it from the mirror.
Oh, that would be so. I could sit here and smell them all day long. That's me, my man. Hey, Mr. Charles.
Hey, everybody.
You all right this evening?
Yes.
Anyone is welcome to join. If you see the link in the chat area, you are welcome to come on in. Come on in. You are welcome.
Yeah. I just heard the other day from my stepdaughter, and we had a nice conversation. As she and I haven't been in touch too much, but when we do get in touch, we are as close as we've always been. But Kim and I were talking, but somebody just mentioned talking in their sleep. That reminded of Kim's mother, my late second wife, Eloise. She used to talk in her sleep, and I would answer her. And sometimes, if she was talking to me in her dream, she wouldn't wake up. Instead, it would steer her dream. Like one time, I heard her talking in her sleep. She asked, "What do they do with the luggage?" And I said, "They load it on the spaceship. We're going to the moon." And she actually dreamed of going to the moon. Another time, though, I heard her say, "Are you still on the 4th floor?" So I said, "Yes, I'm still on the 4th floor." She smacked me. She was talking to a friend, Aquanetta, who lives in the 4th floor apartment at the time. She dreamed Aquanetta had moved. But I would do that. Or one time she pretended she was still asleep, and she started, talking to me and started making arrangements, and we arranged for a rendezvous and agreed on the price and everything. And then finally she goes, "But first I got to check with my husband." And then I knew that she was awake. Yeah.
Anyone else want to come on in? You are welcome.
Lorianda said naps regulate me, y'all.
Yeah, I have to have a nap too, Lorianda. Wait.
Yeah, when I need a nap, I need a nap. But when I wake up, oh my goodness, everybody wish I didn't fall asleep. Oh my goodness, I'm horrible when I wake. I'm better when I wake up in the morning. But if I wake up in the afternoon and I you wake up in the middle of the day where the day is still going full force. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I just don't do good.
Yeah, I know when my feet hit the door, it's like my bed be calling my name.
I'm here.
Come on.
Hey, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah, Teresa, I don't know if you're here, Teresa. That's what I was going to say was my husband grew up he spent a lot of years in Turlock. When you said Modesto, it made me think that. He posted it somewhere in here. So he's from Central Valley.
How are you?
Hey, Dannon. You can't see.
Kate. So how are you doing, Kate?
Is Kate here?
She was, and then
I can hear you. I'm just out in the middle of nowhere. My service is in and out.
Oh, okay.
My child does repetitive stuff. Didn't know it's called stims. Yeah, stimming. Yeah, it's real interesting when you start looking into why they do that. Goddess Mother, she repeats, jumps, twirls. Emily repeats and rocks and squints her eyes. Do
you want to say hi?
Slaps
Come on.
his hands too and makes loud noises.
My granddaughter wants to say hi.
Hi, Kiyomi.
This is Kiyomi's brother. So you guys, it's Kiyomi and Kari.
Oh, so cute. Big sister now?
Oh.
Yeah, do you like being a big sister?
Tell her.
You look like a good big sister.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now tell your mommy to come get baby. Here, mommy. Let me show y'all mommy. Come here, mommy. Come here, mommy. Come here, Mama. I'll introduce you guys to my daughter. This is her baby.
Hi.
Hey, Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
All right. Bye, Mammy. I love you. And she's gonna stand there. You see this? Okay. Do we have anything else going on?
It's weird. I don't know why Teresa couldn't get in. But she said she couldn't.
Yeah,
Miguel says,
probably when you go, the link probably comes up when you're outside of the live, or like Mr. Charles does, you have to either copy and paste it, or he memorizes the last digits of the link.
I know, and I was watching on my phone, and I had to like.
You had to what? What you say, Dana?
Oh, I was saying I was watching on my phone, and I couldn't open up my phone, so I had to switch the computer and.
Oh.
You do what you gotta.
Yeah.
And
I wrote it down on paper.
Green Intellect says STEM stimulation, repetitive speech, echolalia, and then echolalia is a form of self-stimulation. So it kind of, repetitive speech is echolalia. STEM does mean stimulation, but echolalia serves as stimulation.
And you know what's interesting about echolalia is when I first read about it, I read it as, you know, a child repeating back what was said to him. But I've learned since then from the book Uniquely Human that it's not limited to that, and that, you know, something that my daughter called to my attention, which is sometimes after I've said something, I would repeat it under my breath several times, that too is a form of echolalia.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if thinking out loud and whatnot is also a type.
Thinking out loud?
Yeah. You know how, like, when you're working out a problem and whatnot, sometimes it just helps to verbalize it instead of just thinking it in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know it helps me. I think I do it for problem solving. If I'm trying to break the thing that my thought down, I will say it out loud, and then I'll be able to grasp it better. And then sometimes echolalia, sometimes, especially if it's a word or a certain phrase and they keep repeating it, it's because they like the way that it feels, flowing out of their mouth when they're saying it is soothing to them. I don't know. I guess it could be like humming or singing or something, but they're repeating a phrase, and that's when you know it's for stimming purpose.
Now that you said that it feels good to say them. My son has a thing with never. I don't know where he got this from. I don't know whether it's one of the shows or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he puts emphasis, or he's aggressive when he says it. Never, mommy, never. He'll say it over and over. He'll run up to me and say, never, mommy, never.
Out of the blue. Not even relevant.
What?
That's awesome.
I found out Emily, when I was getting her diagnosed and we're going through the early stages of finding out and treatment and everything, therapy and everything, I had a friend who's now over 25 years old with autism, and she told me, she said her daughter would have a word of the time, like say if it lasted for 2 years, it would be one word just on repeat, and she would just say it. She would notice she would say it when she was nervous, or she would say it if she was happy, but it was just on repeat, and then it would change to some other word, but it was definitely a stim in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But it totally made me understand Emily through some of these times. But Emily also used echolalia. I seen it benefit her with her speech.
Okay. Hi, Sheila. Hello and welcome. My son stems, especially with earphones on, listening to music. It's relaxing and it's soothing. He is now 13, been stemming since he could talk. He could walk. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
there's
they said babies.
different types of stems. So yeah.
Because they said even babies on the spectrum, even without being on the spectrum, babies rock. But more often than not, there were babies on the spectrum that rocked. They just kept, and there were signs before, they even knew there was the autism, that they were on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, yeah. Emily would she would always gnaw on her hand, and it got so callous. She did it so much, but it was like how our kids get a habit or they get some routine or some kind of thing that they do, and they just do it. Just, I can see that she was like that early on.
Teresa says, I'm on my phone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to go about doing that from the phone, Teresa. I know you have to somehow be outside of the live for the link to light up. It's quite possible. I concur.
He's talking about the stimming and echolalia. Or yeah.
Never reminds me of Home Alone. He said that in the movie. Never, mommy, never. Andre is something else. Oh, we know what you mean, girl. You're okay.
Oh, is stem is that the spelling stem?
She spelled it STEM, and and then she spelled it right STIM. I was telling her
That's it.
She's okay. We all
I thought she was asking, like what it stood for, but yeah, stimming. Stem.
Kenya says when Daniel was a toddler, they said he had PDD. Yeah, DeAndre too. Then at 3, they said he has moderate autism. Yeah, DeAndre had the PDD NOS diagnosed when his very first diagnosis. That's what they gave him.
Now, what is
I think PDD is kind of a catch-all thing they use, and they can't be more specific.
You're right.
Yeah. Pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified. Right. But yeah, it's basically it would today when you fall into that today it would be considered level 1 maybe. I think PDD NOS would be what we call level 1 autism. Like there's a gradient, and they showed us the gradient, and PDD NOS was under Emily, but so Emily went up a little bit higher into the moderate. But I think what people were diagnosed as PDD NOS is now level 1 autism, if I remember correctly.
Well, Asperger's syndrome also is now level 1 because that's what I was originally diagnosed with.
Okay.
Yeah, that is level 1. Yeah, it's the least amount of supports, and you may not even know for many years that you're on the spectrum.
Yeah,
but it is very high functioning.
That's what I would have been categorized had I been categorized back when they used that, and that's what my son was categorized as.
Okay, level 1.
Yeah, well, he was diagnosed during that time when it was used, so he is Asperger's. So.
Okay.
Yeah, level 1. Mm-hmm. And actually, you guys would be like the good ones to ask. All right, stop play. The in level 1, is there any reason why somebody that's at level 1 that wouldn't be able to like fix their own food and cut up their own food and all of that type of stuff?
I wouldn't imagine someone who
functioning, right, Mr. Charles? because you're
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine someone who had that degree of dependence on others being classified as level 1.
Right.
Because they classify according to the supports that they need. So if they need the supports and they have the supports, regardless of the reason, if they're on the spectrum and they need supports, then they put them in category number 2 or 3 for the amount of supports that they need.
Yeah, because like my son would be 2 and 3. He's on definitely not 1 though.
What I know of it is he was categorized as Asperger's. A friend of mine. But yet I went to dinner with him one time, and he got his own food and everything else. He could eat his food, fork and spoon, and all of that. But it's like we were at a buffet thing. We all went and got our food. He got his food, put his plate on the table, and sat and waited for his mom to cut his food for him before he would eat. And then he ate fine.
Routine.
How old though was he at the time?
Yeah.
14, 15, something like that.
And then too, you got to wonder if that was a habit that was built. Was it something like Emily won't eat pizza really unless it's all cut up? But I think that's more or less a habit because she's gotten it a few times where if she gets it, then she may eat the whole slice. But when we prepare it, we have to cut it up. So it could be built in. I mean, it could be habits that were kind of adopted, like expectations.
Makes sense.
Kenyan
used to, if he was used to mom cutting it up all the time and used to sitting there waiting and then waiting for her to prepare it, then he would be in that routine.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Kenyan says when Daniel was a toddler, they said that he had PDNOS. Then at age 3, they said he has moderate autism. But then she goes on to say it was high functioning as. If he was high functioning as a toddler, why did he jump to level 2 a year later? Because what happens is so what we're saying, level of support, what he should have been doing when he was a toddler. You have a lot of supports. You give a lot of supports to a toddler. A year later, he should have gained some independence in some areas. If he still needs all of those supports and he didn't lose any need for those supports, then you can kind of gauge where he is on the spectrum a little bit better because the supports are still there, even though somebody neurotypical may have lost those, a good deal of the supports. So it's all about the level of supports. It's mostly about the level of supports when you come to levels 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So as a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, it's different than say a 2 or 3-year-old because you would give them a lot more supports when they're younger, but he didn't outgrow them. I prefer the level system. Just hate the classification criteria. Needs are not specific. I think the classification criteria it's kind of like, yeah, I see what you're saying there. And then on the other hand, I think it's good because then when people are aware of it and if they see it on paper, then they know what to expect or what is necessary to be given to them without you having to break it down, especially if you're not around. You want that to still be known to other people what your child needs.
Mm-hmm. My grandson has autism, ODD, anxiety, dyspraxia, and ADHD, and he's doing well. Well, I'm glad he's doing well, Doreen.
Right.
That's awesome.
I can't. No, stop.
Y'all, I was backstage. No, you kept going in and out, Kate. You kept going in and out. We seen you, but anytime we clicked you on, you left out. Yep, we can see you. Routine. Yep. Yep.
And then we know it's all about consistency and like you said, routines, things that they're used to, and change is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that would be the same thing like with DeAndre when he would want his peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I would have to cut them in a triangle or else he would wouldn't need it. He wouldn't touch it because he was so used to it being done that way. So when I put it in front of him, it had to be cut in a triangle, not in the, not straight across. You know, it had that diagonal cut, or he would sit there like, "Excuse you," So it was routine for him.
And it would taste the same, so it had nothing to do with taste. So it was, it was about how it was supposed to be for him. Oh yeah, see, she came back on and on again.
Okay, that's not us. That's something to do with connection.
And she said the service was bad.
Oh, that would definitely do it.
Okay, everybody. Well, thank you all. Any last words from Dan and Mr. Charles? Find that shirt, Dan, so we can get a sample of the color.
I apologize. My landlord did some big fixing and whatnot, so like the entire room got boxed, and so I will find it and I will send you.
Awesome. And Mr. Charles?
Everybody a good night.
You too. You guys have a good night.
Thank you, Greg, Anthony, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Sheila, Kate, Lori, and Doreen. Who else? Teresa, hopefully you can get on with us one of these times. Miguel, Danielle, hello. Who else? Kelly. I'm scrolling.
I didn't see Danielle.
Jess, and of course, Mr. Charles. So hopefully all of you have a great night. And
good night, everyone. And
bye,
have a good week. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.